Friends, I'm live. I hope you can see me. Alright, friends, I think we can start off now. I believe you can see me. Friends, I have reduced the bandwidth so that the stream can reach you faster. Which means normally if I speak now, it reaches you maybe after 30 seconds. So it might improve now and it will reach you faster, but there might be an issue with the quality. Just check and let me know if the quality is still not clear. What I will do is I will end up increasing the quality. I will end up increasing. All right. So shall we start out now? Okay. So we have done this question. Shall we go to the next question now? Question number 5. I'll give you a minute's time. Can you please go through this question and understand this question? After which we will do it together. All right, friends. Shall we do it together now? Let's write down the basic data. Working note number 1. Basic data. Okay. Okay. Basic data. We have given that the dividend of has just declared means D0 is turning out to be how much rupees? 14 rupees. And Mr. B is planning to purchase a share of X Limited, anticipating the increase in growth rate from 8 to 9. So existing growth rate is how much percentage? 8 percentage. What is going to be the revised growth over here? Everyone tell me. Revised growth will turn out to be 9 percentage. All right. And the market price at the end of 3 years, MPS at the end of 3 years would turn out to be how much? It will turn out to be 360. Alright. They have given the KE as how much over here? They have given the KE as 13%. Can you write down this in your books now, friends? Alright. So now, working note number 2, I can write it down as analysis. Okay. Here, basically, I can find out. Here, I can find out in year 1, it will be 14 plus 9%. How much is 14 plus 9%? Is it turning out to be 15.26? Year 2, it will be 15.26 plus 9%, that is 16.63. Year 3, it would be this plus 5%, that is 18.13. Can you write down this in your books now, friends? Alright friends, have you put up till here in your books? The first requirement is maximum amount if you requires a rate of 13%. Write down working note number 3. Working note number 3. Price of the share. Here, cash flow, discount factor, discounted cash flow. Here, what is the price that you are getting over here? 15.26. Year 2, what is the answer you get over here? 16.63. Year 3, what is the answer you get over here? 18.13. And at the end of year 3, apart from getting dividend, you will also get the market price. What is the market price is going to get over here? 360. Alright. What is the KE total over here? 13%. Friends, can you do this and tell me what is the answer that you get over here? And please confirm that the video audio quality is fine. I have reduced the its buffering. Shiv, you have a doubt in intraday trading. What does margin and leverage means? Shiv, I'll be taking that in the chapter of futures, where I'll take care of what exactly is margin, etc. Alright? Shiv, you have a very good point. Business valuation I'm taking as a complete separate chapter in mergers. So I would suggest that I'll start covering those chapters first, and then we will do this problem. But let's cover this part at least today. Saraswati, is it buffering even now? Let me check it for myself. Of futures, where I'll take care of what exactly is market. It's pretty smooth. I don't think there is any issues. Shiv, you have a very good point. Alright. Please tell me what is the answer we get over here. 0.884, 0.783, 0.693, and 0.693. The 13.48, 13.02, 12.56, and 249.48. Approximately 288.46. Can you please do this in your books, friends? Yes, actually, you've got the right answer. Perfect. Let everyone complete this. Okay, so we are done with this part. Can I go to the next part now? Okay. Maximum price which B is willing to pay if he is of the opinion that 9% growth can be maintained indefinitely and require 30%. Alright, so now we'll go to working note number 4. Value if 9% growth continues towards perpetuity. Continues towards perpetuity. Okay. So here it will be P0 is equal to D1 divided by KE minus G. How much is D1 that we have got? Is it 15.26? Divided by how much is KE in our case? 13%. Minus what? 9%. Do we get the answer at 381.50 rupees? Okay. Please write down this in your books, friends. How we got 18.13? 16.63 plus 9 percentage is 18.13 victory. Please cross check. Alright, friends, have you all put up till here in your books now? Shall we go to the next part? Okay. So let's go to the next one now. Working note number 5. What is the last requirement? Price of the share at the end of 3 years if growth is achieved and assuming other conditions remain the same as to above. Wonderful. So friends, they want to get price at the end of third year. How will you get that? D4 divided by what? KE minus G. So do we have D4? We have only D3. D3 is how much? 18.13 into 1 plus 9% is the growth, right? Divided by 13% minus 9% will give you the price at the end of year 3. So what's the answer I'll get over here? I'll give the answer as 494 rupees. Can you write down this in your books now? Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books? So we are done with this question also. Shall we go to the next one now? Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 6. Piyush, look at this is a useless question. 6 and 7 I had told you to keep it pending. You will decide whether to do it or not do it. It is completely irrelevant and the way they have done it is also wrong in some points. Please take question number 8 now. I'll give you a minute's time. Can you go through this and try solving it on your own? Shall we do it together now, friends? Working note number one, basic data. Alright. In that they have given that they are having a growth rate of how much percentage, friends? They are having a growth rate of how much percentage? 10 percentage. Alright. Company has paid a dividend, that is D0 paid is how much rupees? 3 rupees. Alright. The rate of return on market portfolio is how much? 12%. So they have given RM as how much percentage? 12 percentage. And the RF is told to be how much percentage? 8 percentage. Alright. What else have they given over there? Have they given the beta as 1.5? So basically from this, can I not find out KE? KE is nothing but RF plus beta into Rm minus Rf. So that would turn out to be it will be 8 plus 1.5 into 4. So 6 plus 8, do you get the answer as 14 percentage over there? Once you get this, they want you to find out the price. That is very simple. P0 will be equal to D1. For that, the growth is also given, divided by KE minus G. Can you tell me what is the answer you get over there? You get the answer as 82.5. Okay, please write down this in your books now and finish it off so that we can go to the next question. Fine, friends. Have you all put up till here in your books? Can we go to the next question now? Question number 9. Can you please go through question number 9 on your own? Let's do it together, friends. Working note 1, basic data. Point number A, they have given the D0. D0 is given as how much over here? Is it given as 2 rupees? And they have given the growth as how much percentage? 7 percentage. Okay. RF is turning out to be how much percentage? 9 percentage. What else have they given over here? RM. They have given RM as how much percentage? 13 percentage. Company has a beta of how much have they told over here? 1.5. Okay. And they have told that would be revised beta would be how much? 1.75. They are asking find out the present as well as the likely value of the share after the decision. Okay, so I'll write down the next working note heading value if beta is 1.5. Okay, so inside this first thing, what I can do, I can find out the CAPM return that would be 9 plus 1.5 into 4. Okay, so how much is that? 6 plus 9. Do I get the answer as 15 percentage over here? Okay, that is the CAPM that I get. Alright, next one, therefore, P0 is equal to 2 into 1 plus 7% divided by 15% minus growth is how much? 7 percentage. What is the answer you get over here? Do I get the answer as 26.75? 26.75. I can go to the next working note now. If beta is turning out to be how much? 1.75. In that case, the CAPM would turn out to be 1.75 into 4 plus 9. It will be 16%. Okay. And therefore, price would be 2 plus 7% divided by 16 minus 7. You'll get the answer as 23.77. Can you write down this and finish it off? So we are done with this question also. Alright, friends, have you all put up till here in your books now? Okay. Friends, let's go to the next question now. Question number 10. Can you just go through this question on your own? Are you familiar with this question? Yes, we have done this already. Am I right? Jerry, you have a doubt. What is the logic of taking D4 instead of D3? A good doubt. Let me explain that. Jerry, listen carefully. How do you find out P0? You take D1 divided by KE minus D. So, in case I want to find out price 3, I should take D4 divided by KE minus D. If I take D3 divided by KE minus D, I will get P2. Are they asking me to find out the price at the end of second year or price at the end of third year? They are asking for finding out the price at the end of third year. Hence, I will take D4. Please confirm and let me know if you have understood this part. Okay. Friends, this question we have already done. 290 crore, 1300 crore. Then, oh, we have not done this. Wait. This question we haven't done. We will do it in the chapter of mergers and acquisitions. I'll just take that and confirm. That question is mergers and acquisitions. They have mixed up everything. That is why the confusion over here, friends. You can't do this question unless you learn the concepts of merger. Let me just confirm that same question is available here. Yes, 290 crore, 1300. Same question is there, friends. We'll do this once we do the chapter of mergers. Not now, keep it pending. Alright. Shall we go to question number 11 now? Everyone, please go through question number 11. I'll give you 2 minutes time, after which we will do it together. All right, friends, shall we do this together now? Everyone write down working note number one. What will be working note number one? Basic data. All right. So let's close this. All right. So they have told the P ratio turns out to be how much percentage? Sorry, how many times? This turns out to be 8 times. All right. And the company is retaining how much rupees per share? 5 rupee per share. Okay. So 5 rupee turns out to be 45% of EPS. 5 rupees is 45% of EPS. Okay. Therefore, can I find out the EPS? EPS will be 5 divided by what? 45 percentage. You get the answer as 11.11 over here now. Okay. If 11.11 is the answer, therefore DPS will turn out to be how much? 6.11. From this, we can also find out the MPS now. 11.11 is the EPS, 8 times is the PE ratio. So, can I say 88.88 is going to be a market price per share? Am I right? From this, now they are asking you if the growth is EFG. If the growth turns out to be how much percentage? The growth turns out to be 15 percentage. What is going to be the this thing? What is going to be the price? Can I use a formula? P0 is equal to D1 divided by KE minus G. So 88.88 should be equal to, we have got the DPS as how much? 6.11 into growth is how much? 15% divided by KE minus 15%. Once we do a backward working, we can get KE. I believe the answer should be 22.90%. Can you write down this in your books and finish it off? One minute, friends. This is E1 or D1. We need to confirm that, right? Company retains 5 rupee per share, which is 45% of its EPS. So it is the EPS of the current year or audited financial statements. We have to make an assumption over there. I think we'll go by your study material assumption. We will assume, you can give that note, okay? They are assuming that it is E1. It is assumed, it is assumed that 6.11 is D1. So in that case, this will not come. That's how your study material has done. So let's see what is the answer you will get if I do it this way. 21.87%. Can you do it this way? Even 22.9 is correct, okay, nothing wrong over there. It is just a difference in the opinion of the institute and the opinion that we are having. Alright. Can you write down this in your books now? Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books now? Shall we go to the next requirement? They're asking if the growth changes to 16%, what will happen to the market price? Okay, so the next working note heading would be revised market price if growth increases to how much percentage? 16 percentage. Alright. Okay, so now here let us do it this way. P0 is equal to D1 divided by KE minus D. So D1 we have got the answer as 6.11 divided by K is turning out to be how much? 21.87% minus 16%. You get the answer as 104.08. Can you write down this in your books now? Friends, if you go through the news, today HUL is going to announce its quarterly results. So if the results are good, you will make profits. If the results are not good, the company will end up making losses. Alright, friends, everybody has got his answer. Then we go to the last part. Now they're saying KE is 20 and growth is 19. They want to find out the market price per share. The next working note would be MPS. That will be 6.11 divided by 20% minus 19%. It will be 611. You write down this and finish it off. Alright, friends, so we are done with this question also. Question number 12 we have done 125 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 100 lakh, 300 lakh. Do you remember this question? Practical application of Gordon's model. Shall we go to question number 13 now? Please read through this question, friends. So again, the same type of question, friends, what we have already done. Let's do it and finish it off quickly. Working note 1, basic data. Working note 1, basic data. They has paid a dividend of 2.5, so the 2.5 will be D0. The word is paid, past tense. Alright. What is the face value told over here? The face value turns out to be 10 rupees. Okay, and they have told the current market price P0 turns out to be how much? 60. They have told the growth in earnings and dividends is turning out to be how much percentage? 10 percentage. Beta is 0.75. Beta is 0.75. And the RM turns out to be how much now? It turns out to be 15 percentage. RF is 9 percentage. So from this working note number 2, I will find out KE. 9 plus 0.75 into 15 minus 9. It will be 9 plus 4.5. That would turn out to be 13.5 percentage. Alright. So once we get this answer, they are asking you to find out the price. P0 is equal to 2.5 into 1 plus 10% divided by KE minus G. What's the answer you get over here? You get the answer as 78.57. Can you write down this in your books and finish it off? Alright friends, have you put up till here in your books now? Okay, shall we go to the next question? Question number 14 we have done. 500 rupees, face value 100, dividend 20%, bonus 1:5. Have we done exactly the same question in class? Yes, we have done it in dividend policy. Alright. If you don't remember, please go and check it over there. Let's do question number 15 now. 15 is little tricky. They have given something called as inflation. That's something what we haven't done. Let's go through it, then we will do it together. Alright friends, shall we do it together now? Let's do it together. Working note number 1, basic data. Okay, that you have got RF as how much? 9 percentage. RF is equal to 9 percentage. Rate of return on the market is RM turns out to be how much? 13 percentage. Growth rate is told as how much percentage? 7 percentage. D0 is equal to how much? 2. Beta is how much? 1 point. Therefore, I can find out KE over here. KE would be 9 plus 1.2 into 13 minus 9. That would turn out to be how much? 13.80 percentage. Once I get this, I can go to working note number 2 and I can find out the price. That will be P0 is equal to 2 into 1 plus 7% divided by 13.8% minus what? 7%. So you get the answer as how much? 31.47. This part will be clear to you. Can you write down till here in your books? Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books? Shall I go to the next part now? In next part they are saying that how will the price change when inflation premium goes up by 2%, growth increases by 3%. So I just put a chart over here. Two things are changing over here. Inflation premium. Okay. This is going up by how much percentage? Increase by 2%. And the growth is going up by how much percentage? This part is simple. Current growth is how much? 7 plus 3 will get added. What is the total growth that you will get over there? Then 10%. This is going to be your revised growth. Inflation premium means if earlier for every 100 rupees I invest, I was getting 9 rupees. Now, along with inflation, I will get 9 plus 2%. So tell me, how much is 9 rupee plus 2%? It turns out to be 9.18. So my revised RF would turn out to be 9.18%. Can you draw this chart in your books now? Let's be back in a minute. Alright friends, have you all put up till here in your books now? Okay. So I'll write down the next working note heading, revised price. Okay. So here what I'll do is first I'll have to find out KE. KE would now be 9.8%, 18% plus the beta is 1.3 into 13 minus 9.18 percentage. Right? So what's the answer you get over there? 3.82 into 1.3 plus 9.18. Do I get the answer as 14.146 percentage as the new KE? Okay. Therefore, P0 will be equal to D1. How much is the dividend 2? It's going to be 2 into 1 plus 10% divided by 14.146% minus 10 percentage. So the answer would be 2.2 divided by 4.146, that is equivalent to 53.06 rupees per share. Can you write down this in your books and finish it off? Friends, have you all put up till here in your books now? Let me just check. Should I got 31.47? That's the previous answer. Yes, that answer is right, Akshara. Okay, so we are done with this question also. Shall we go to the next question now? Everyone, please take question number 16. Actually, all these are conceptually the same, little differences there. So I'm thinking that from next class, you do this as homework. The questions what you haven't been able to crack, make a list of that, and then we do it together. Otherwise, you're wasting unnecessary time on repeated problems, which can be used for advanced concepts also. Alright friends, shall we do this together now? Okay. Sam has just paid a dividend of how much rupees per share? 2 rupees per share. D0 is equal to how much? 2 rupees per share. It's expected to grow at how much percent per annum? 6% per annum. So growth turns out to be how much percent per annum? 6%. After paying the dividend, the board declared to take up a project by retaining the next three annual dividends. It is expected that this project is of the same risk of the existing projects. Okay. Declare to take up the project by retaining the next three annual dividends. Okay. So board has decided to retain next three next three what annual dividends. Next three annual dividends. All right. So it is expected that this project is of the same risk as the existing project. So the KE of both the projects will be the same because risk is the same. Will be the same. All right. Then dividends will be then be 2.5 rupee per share and will grow at 7 percentage. Okay. So dividend after 3 years. Okay. Now would be 2.5 rupees per share and growth in the dividend would turn out to be how much percentage? 7 percentage. Alright. An investor has 1000 shares in SAM and wants a receipt of at least 2000 per annum from this investment. Alright. Show the market value of the share is affected by the decision of the board. Also show as to how the investor can maintain its target receipt from the investment for the 3 years and improved income thereafter given the cost of capital as how much percentage? 8%. So this turns out to be 8%. Please write down the basic data, understand the question thoroughly, after which we will do it together. Have I taken a wrong beta? Beta is 1.2. No, Victory, the beta is 1.3. They have told over here. Beta rises to 1.3. Okay? Write down this in your books. right, friends. Have you put up till here in your books? So basically, now if you look at this, he's got two options. What is the first option? 2 rupee dividend with 6% growth. Okay. Second one is no dividend for 3 years. After that, 2.5 rupee dividend with a growth rate of how much percentage have they told over there? Will go up to 7%. What we will do is we will find out the value over here. What will be the value over here? P0 is equal to 2 plus 6% divided by 8% minus 6%. Am I right? So what is the answer you get over here? You will get the answer as 106. Okay. Whereas over here, we will first do, we'll find P3. Why will we find P3? Because first 3 years no dividend. So D4 divided by KE minus G will be available with me. That is going to be 2.5 divided by 8% minus 7%. Am I right? Do I get the answer as 250? 250 is P3. So to get P0, what will I do? 250 into, I will take the discount factor at 8% for the third year. That is 0.793. So 250 into 0.793, I'll get the answer as 198.25. So friends, if they declare dividend now without reinvesting, the market price will remain at only 106. Whereas here, the market values will go up to how much? 198. So tell me which option is better. Option 2 is better. Can you write down this in your books now? Friends, the stock market has just opened. Prices are crashing down. India China war is there. Coronavirus is there. Overall, the market is falling down like crazy. HCL reports are supposed to come today. Let us hope they show a better performer and they take something up. Lawson and Tar Group prices are going up. Right? Why it is going up is because they have booked a higher profit in Q3 2020 compared to 2019 Q3. The revenue has come down, but the profits has gone up, and they have got a very big project. Those news has put the price of L&T going up. All right. Wipro also has shown good profits. So even Wipro prices are going up, but other prices are all falling down. Overall, Sensex is down by 260 points. That's something very big. Let's wait and see. In the meanwhile, one more news on which I'm planning to take a good video, a case study kind of a thing. Zomato versus Swiggy. So far, Swiggy was having a better valuation, $3.6 billion. Zomato had a valuation of only $3 billion. But a week back, Zomato got more investors coming in, having a valuation of $3.6 billion. Friends, you have to understand one thing. Both Zomato and Swiggy are running at losses. They have not made any profits. And the losses are not small losses, huge losses. 2,600 crore, etc., etc. Still, they are able to get this kind of valuation because the value of Zomato is nothing but the present value of future cash flows. So the investors have hope that Zomato has captured this kind of a market. Very soon it will start making high profits. That is the ideology behind this. Okay, have you put up till here in your books? So you can write down, okay, the value per share will go up from 106 to 198 if dividends are reinvested. Hence, we should opt for what? Option number 2. Everybody is clear so far now? Alright, so can you write down this also in your books? Alright friends, now a tricky part is coming up. Investor is having 1000 shares. He wants at least 2000 per annum from the investment. Show that the market value is affected by the board of the decision. Also show as to how the investor can maintain his target receipt from the investment for the 3 years and improved income thereafter given the cost of capital as 8%. So friends, let us analyze this together. As an investor, okay, he wants how much money per year? Year 1 he wants 2000. Year 2 also he wants 2000. Year 3 also he wants how much? 2000. Now to get this money there are only two options. Option 1, company gives dividend. Option 2, he sells the share. Here, since company is not giving dividends, the only option to make this money is by selling the share. Since the company is not giving dividends, investor can earn this money. Investor can earn this money by selling shares. Can you write down this in your books now? Alright friends, have you put up till here in your books? So what we have to first do is, I will draw a table over here. Okay. Particulars, computation, result. Okay. I want to find out what is the NPS for year 3. Let me do this. I think here we have got the P3, we got the answer as 250 already over here. Am I right? Already we have got this in working note number. I think we'll call this as working note number 2. Okay. So we have already got the answer as 250. I want to now find out what is the NPS in year 2 and I want to find out the NPS in year 1. Why? Because it is based on this that I will be able to decide how many shares I have to sell. Alright. So in order to get this answer, once you get 250 as the price at the end of year 3, to get the price at the end of year 2, what will you do? To get year 1, we have discounted by the third year discount factor. Here we will discount it by only 1 year discount factor. So the formula would be 250 into Here it was 0.100. I just put it like this. MPS year 0, what did we do? We did 250 into 0.793. That's at 8%, right? 0.793. Okay, this is 793. This one would be 0.857. 250 into 0.857. Year 2 would be 0.925. What is this into 0.925? Do I get the answer as 231.25? Mark, this is a very good question. 214.25 and 198.25. Can you write down this in your books, friends? Here basically I am taking the present value from year 3 to year 2, year 1, year 0. So we got the prices in different years. Can you please write it down? Alright friends, have you put up till here? So now as an investor, what he will do is particulars year 1, year 2, year 3. Okay. What is the fund he requires in each of the years? 2000, 2000, 2000. Am I right? What is the market price that we got for each of the year? For year 1 it is 214, 231, 250. 214, 231, 250. So from this we can find out the shares to be sold. This is a new question. It was not there in the old study material, friends. Mark it as important. He will sell approximately 9 shares over here. Here he will be selling 8.65, which could again be categorized as 9 shares. 1 minute, 2000 divided by 214 would be 9.34. Let's make it 10 shares. And 2000 divided by 250 would be 8 shares. Okay. Once he does this, every year he will get 2000 rupees, and his balance shares would turn out to be how much? How many shares is he holding already in the question? 1000 shares, right? 1000 minus 10 minus 9 minus 8. He will be holding how many shares now? 973 shares. And what is the price of each of the share that is told over here? It will be 250. 973 into 250, he will make 2,43,250. Not only this, on this 973 shares, he will also get dividend of how much? 2.5 rupees. He will be getting 24,2432.5 also. Had he continued in the old form on 1000, he would have got a dividend of only 2 rupees, and the price also of the share would have come down drastically. So this way he can make more money also, and at the same time earn 2000 rupees. Can you write down this and finish it off? Friends, it's already 9:30. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. Can you please take an image of this and write down on your own? Tomorrow morning, if you want, I will repeat this whole problem once again. And friends, one more request. Now we have done 16 questions, alright? Please do 17 onwards on your own, okay? 18 is already done. Please work out all the questions, and then there are around 31 questions ahead. Tell me which questions you want us to do in class. Let's make a note of that and do it. That way we'll save time, which can be used for cracking more and more problems of international finance derivative also. Can you please take an image of this now? Alright friends, let's pack up today's session with this. Thank you so much. Have a nice day ahead. See you tomorrow morning at 6:30. Thank you so much, friends.